Go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it. And choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK. Make flying easy.
In today's digital world, technology works great until it doesn't. At Hamilton, we work to keep your business up and running. We are more than an IT company. We're your partner, focused on customized solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Say goodbye to tech stress and unexpected IT costs when you hire Hamilton. Together, we help you focus on what really matters. Hamilton Business Technologies. Real people, real technology solutions. Connect with us at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get the Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off your enrollment. The next 10-week challenge begins on April 12th. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
What's your radon level at home? Don't know? Find out with a call to Bryant Air Conditioning and Heating, 467-1111 for radon testing and mitigation.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your County Veteran Service Officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Gray.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's Big Swim. It's Big Swim. It's Big Swim. We all gonna win. Big Swim. Big Swim. Big Swim. We all can win. Big Swim. What's up, big dog?
Hello, guys.
Hello, guys. Rafferty, what's happening with you, man?
Good morning. Not too much. Just another day.
Just another day? No, brother. It's a great day to have a great day, right?
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. You know why it's a great day, Raff? You really want to know why it's a great day?
Your back doesn't hurt.
No, that's still an issue.
Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves here, all right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Whoa, Kimosabe. My pale-faced friend.
I'm just wondering if Raff's camera can be any lower right now.
Lower?
I'm seeing chest hairs, Raff.
Yeah.
Oh, like that?
There it is.
I don't know where his beard's in and his chest is starting.
Hey, Raff's face is centered now. This is crazy. You'll see it here in just a second.
I forgot my clippers.
Raff is giving us peep shows with his chest.
I'm good. Now you wonder why I haven't been on the show for 2 days.
Oh, I know I haven't been on the show for 2 days.
Oh, yeah. We know.
Yeah, I'm sure.
We know.
I'm sure. Yeah, I was teaching the youth.
You took the words right out of my mouth, man.
That's exactly what I was doing.
You were teaching the youth, man.
See, I thought you had jet lag with that quick trip down to Texas.
It was a quick trip because
you're really tired.
Nebraska unfortunately fell, so it was a quick trip.
No idea why Nick would be tired, Ralph.
I was back in town. I was back in town by 10 a.m. Fellas, I told you this stuff in confidence.
Nobody
said anything yet.
What are you talking about?
And something's gonna slip out.
There's no slipping. Look, you got to understand. Me and Raff are OGs, man.
That's right. Yeah, sorry.
We don't let things slip out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're not new to this game,
until it happens once.
Yeah, we don't send text messages with information that's highly sensitive.
Is that right?
Not going to go there, but
there's no paper trail. Oops.
Swim, it's good to have you back. We want to give a shout out to Austin too. Austin AO came in and always does a great job, man. And the only thing about Austin that bothers me, he loves Duke, man. Yeah. Oh, he loves his Duke Blue Devils. And the way they're playing right now, I don't blame Austin. Austin, big shout out to you, man. Appreciate you, brother, for coming in and being the point guard. Thank you much. Nick, okay, obviously we didn't win in Nebraska. They battled. I will say that, man, because when they got down 10, when Louisville picked up the intensity, when they turned up, we turned it over. Yeah. And that was I'm not going to go over this a whole bunch, but that was the tail of the tape. You look at the number of turnovers we had. We ended up losing by what? 7?
It was 5
points.
63-58.
And you look at, we had 17 turnovers. Actually 20, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it was a lot. I think going into the game, that's what you knew Louisville was going to do. They pressure more than any team Nebraska saw this year. They pressure more, extended pressure, I should say, more than any team in the Big Ten Conference as well. And I felt like Nebraska, for the most part, did what they needed to do all except that third quarter. They came out of the gate in the first quarter through the first punch. They were up for the entire first quarter. Second quarter, they let a lead slip away. Then they were able to kind of come back. They weathered some runs from Louisville. Louisville had a 6-0 run, and then at one point they had a 9-0 run as well. And so through all of that, though, Nebraska was able to kind of weather the punches and still respond. And in a third quarter where they could not buy a bucket in this day and age of all the NIL money, they could not buy a bucket.
Like what you did there.
And so, I mean, not seriously, but they just couldn't find the bottom of the net. And Nebraska, though, they were able to turn it up on defense a little bit. And once again, kind of weather the storm that they went through, and then did what they needed to do at the start of the fourth quarter, came out through the first punch, and unfortunately, just towards the end, couldn't make some shots in the final 2 minutes of the game. You had some tough calls to go against Britt Prince. Not only the charge one at the end of the game, but there was a one previously. Logan Nisley, that three-point attempt that she had in the corner to when time was winding down. That's exactly the shot and what you wanted to draw up out of the timeout. Like everything worked to perfection,
right?
Just didn't hit the shot. And that was on a day where it wasn't like Logan Nisley was 0 for 5 on the day from 3-point land. She was hitting them just fine, just did not fall. And sometimes you just tip your cap to their team and say, hey, you made a couple more shots than we did in crucial moments. Louisville made their free throws. They were able to extend the lead, and Nebraska goes 1 and done in the NCAA tournament.
The thing that stands out to most of me about that game, I mean, there's many things, but one of the things that shows you how someone has the ceiling is so high for this individual is Britt Prince.
Oh, yeah.
That charge next year, that's a jump shot from there.
Yeah, right. Like it's the discipline of understanding. Maybe I need to pull up from 15 feet instead, and that's just the growth piece of it.
Man.
I think there's a lot of reasons to be excited about next year and the years to come. I thought the brightest spot on Friday down in Dallas was Amaya Hargrove. Amaya Hargrove came in, had 10 points, 9 rebounds off the bench. She's going to be a starter next year for Nebraska basketball, barring some crazy change or some incredible jump from one of the other bench players. But you're looking at like a starting 5 next year of obviously Britt. Logan Nisley's going to be coming back. I would imagine Amaya Hargrove is in that starting lineup there as well. Natalie Potts will be healthy. Like there's a lot of reason to be excited about Nebraska. And you have to also go back to the health standpoint. Nebraska had to battle through injury after injury this season. And through it all, they were still able to make it to one of their goals, which is the NCAA tournament. Next year is maybe where they take the next step if they can stay healthy.
It's exciting to see what Nebraska is going to be doing in the next couple of years. Very young roster. Obviously, use Markowski, which is a major loss. Stellar career, but you got so many starters that are coming back into that. So, Nick, glad you had a safe trip, great trip down there.
Yep.
You're heading back.
I'm going back
on Thursday, right?
Yeah, opening day. I'm going down to some opening day games this week down in Dallas. So that's the plan. I booked this one non-refundable. Then last Monday they called and were like, "Hey, Nick, we want to send you down to Dallas for the NCAA tournament game." And I was like, "All right, guess I'm going there 2 weeks in a row."
You're like, I can make something happen.
But it's about 8 degrees.
You're going there by yourself, correct?
I am, certainly, and I can't wait.
Lonely? I mean, just watching these games all by yourself?
I will not.
Okay.
I will not.
Just wondering. I mean, sometimes I get lonely when I go places by myself.
Well, at least you have your cell phone to keep you busy.
Now you sound like Tracy.
Now you sound like Tracy.
Hey, Raff, how about you put the phone down, be in the moment. Be present. Be present.
I also got another question. I also got another question for AD.
What's that?
You said today was a good day to have a good day, and I said because you're back feeling good. So I never did hear why today is supposed to be really. Is it something going on?
I actually forgot what I was going to say. I was just going to make something up. But still,
why?
You know me, Raff. I'm pretty AD squirrel. You know.
I was just going. I was like, what am I missing? Is something really big going on?
You know what? There is something good going on. First of all, my guys at Sport and Spine, Grant, new guy that Kyle brought in, Shunkwaller brought in with Sport and Spine. I put me on the decompression table yesterday.
Yep.
Movement went from 31. I don't even know what measurement he's talking about, to be honest with you, to 56 yesterday, though.
Okay.
So major change. The exercise he had me doing weren't as painful. today, Rachel, her great team at Body Lab LNK, I'm going there at 2 p.m. to get no. Let me take that back. 1:30 p.m. Or is it 2? I don't know. I'm going there this afternoon. Let me look at my schedule again. I've been up a lot. But I'm going there to get some dry needling done.
Nice.
Do a sauna session. But more importantly, man, just the back, man. It's definitely on the mend.
Yep.
I keep looking at my golf clubs in the garage. And I got out last night. I said, I miss you. I miss you. Although I'll go on the course and still shoot 145, I still miss my golf clubs, man.
Of course.
So we'll see what happens. The back is feeling great. So life is good. It's going to, not me take that back. It's feeling great compared to what it used to be. I'm still on a pain scale, 10 being the worst, where I was living at about an 8 to 10 for a long time for the past couple of weeks. Now it's probably about a 4.5. So it's manageable. It's not debilitating like it was. I can actually sit more than 30 minutes and get some things done. The car ride, of course, I was a little worried about that, Raff. Just being, driving 2-seater Rapids on Sunday, resting a few hours in the hotel, getting on stage and speaking, and hopping back in the car and driving another 4.5 hours. But man, I got out at the halfway mark, stretched, walked around. I was good to go. So I thank God for it's slowly but surely it's healing. You guys, what's the heat check, Raff? And text line, let us know what the heat check. David Renew, yes, indeed. That was the name of that band. I'm not going to say it because people have dirty minds.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ron Burgundy will read anything on that man's script.
Yeah, we just got done talking about how AD will literally say everything that comes to his mind.
That's why David did that. He tried to catch a brother slipping.
See?
I told you, David, we're smart.
Your enemies are right there in plain sight. I do shows with 2 of them.
Do you want to go there, Nick?
As we've alluded to.
Do we really?
No, we do not.
Okay.
As we've alluded to in this first segment, you never know who you can trust.
People forget David used to be a DJ, so there's not very many song lyrics you can throw out there. He's not going to know who it is, man. Raff, what do you got weather-wise down there, brother?
We're 60 degrees and sunny. 60 degrees and sunny.
You know what? 60. Is that kind of the forecast for the rest of the week for you guys there, man?
It's supposed to get 75 today, so 70s, high 60s, 70s the rest of the week.
We got a high of 64 today and sunny. Tomorrow, high of 68 and sunny. Thursday, partly cloudy, 79 degrees, mostly sunny. Friday, 85, but a lot of wind.
Whoa.
85 Friday, windy. And then maybe a 70% chance of some storms on Saturday, which I don't mind about the storms as long as it's clear rain and nothing that's accompanied by any substance whatsoever. As far as that goes. We'll
snow. We're talking snow.
Yes. I don't even want to see the word.
Yeah. Hey, so we have to address T.I. on the text line, guys. T.I. says, I bought a package to play Bayside Golf Club at a fundraiser. Can't wait to get out and play this year. Now, there's something very, very important that everybody must know.
One of my favorite courses.
Well, that's great, but don't tell us about it. Invite us. Bring us out there. There's 3 of us. There's one of you, T.I. That makes a foursome. Don't tell us about it.
In the words of T.I. the rapper, we can do whatever you like.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah. We'll hang out. Whatever needs to happen.
Bayside. I'm not sure if you've. Well, you said you can't wait to get out and play this year. So I'm not sure, T.I., if that's in golf in general or your first time at Bayside.
Yeah.
If you have not played the gym at a Bayside, you've got to get out and play Bayside Golf Course. It is we've been going out there probably close to 20 years now.
Is that right?
And it is amazing track, man. You can stay right on the golf course. If you get a stay and play, you're about 15 minutes outside of Ogallala to grab groceries. We take the groceries back to the condos, and it's golf, and talk trash. Old Dad 34, what's up, my man? 37 with a high of 62 in Newcastle. Good morning to you, brother. Big Beezy. Morning, gentlemen. Traveling in Oklahoma this week, and it's supposed to be 82 down here. May have to try to golf this afternoon when I'm done working. Big B, let us know where you go and play golf in the nice red dirt.
Once again, don't tell us about it. Invite us. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
We got a lot to discuss today. Nick brought it to me and Raff's attention last night, and it's got some teeth on it. Particular topic. If you were a mid-major coach, I want you to think about this. I'm kind of throwing it out there for you to chew on it for a little bit because when we come back from break, we're going to get on this. If you were a mid-major coach and you had an opportunity to go to a Power 5 or Division I, a very good Division I school, would you take it? I know this is kind of like, AD, what the heck are you talking about? But I want you to think about that. And if you're the athletic director, how do you address it to the press? 2 things. Again, if you are a mid-major coach and you have an opportunity to go up, your salary is going to increase dramatically, exposure, NIL, etc. I mean, it's a step up, a major step up in your career as far as that goes. And if you're the athletic director, you know you're losing a good one. What is the best way to respond to it? Because Nick was pretty fired up in the text. I kind of seen his expression even through the text.
I was frustrated. I mean, we'll dive into it in just a second. But I mean, I think the answer, if a lot of people are sitting there going, well, duh, of course I want all those better opportunities. The answer might just be that.
Right.
It might be as simple as, yeah, I'm absolutely taking a Power 5 job.
Mm-hmm. Nick's got some sound bites on. We'll discuss that. Of course, spring ball is in full effect. We're going to discuss that from an offensive line perspective and offense more in depth. And then we'll also talk about March Madness, some history there, because these 16 teams, there is some deep lineage and history in some of these coaches that'll be gracing the court on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then we get to the Final 8, which would be nice, and then the Final 4. Folks, we'll be back on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It's The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now, through March 30th, enjoy USDA Choice whole beef short loin for $9.99 per pound, cut and wrapped for free. Plus, a 3-day sale from Thursday through Saturday of USDA Choice 8-ounce New York strip steaks, just $7.88 each. Northern Fisheries salmon portions, $9.99 per 2-pound box, and a handle of Tito's handmade vodka, just $28.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
What's going on, fans? This is Lexi Rodriguez, 4-time All-American at Nebraska and now proud member of Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League One Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering us on in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action this season. Go Big Green.
Hey, what are you talking about over there?
Huh?
I said, what are you talking about?
You know, Bill, I think it's time for both of us to get our hearing checked. We should head over to Christensen Hearing Analytics.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about them. They offer a free hearing consultation and screening, affordable hearing aid prices, and a knowledgeable staff with over 30 years of experience.
Visit Christensen Hearing Analytics today in Williamsburg Village or give them a call at 402-489-3450. Christensen Hearing Analytics. A better life starts with better hearing.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. The afternoon high around 67. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low near 57. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds, an afternoon high around 67. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
Imagine a healthier, more active, physically fit version of yourself. If you've been putting off getting into shape, now is the time with the Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping 10-Week Challenge. Our program combines kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching to help you achieve your fitness goals. And ticket listeners, you can get $150 off your enrollment. The next 10-week challenge begins on April 12th. You can get all the info at fxblincoln.com. Don't wait any longer. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill and 70th and Vine.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. In the afternoon high around 67. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low near 57. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds, an afternoon high around 67. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Early break.
All I can still picture is him talking to Bill Murray's son. And that was one of my, I could just see him. Hey, listen, your dad was awesome in stripes, but you need to shuddy. You need to shuddy.
Shut your mouth,
Shuddy.
Mr. Murray.
Yes, your dad was incredible. And what about Bob? Just stop.
I've never heard shuddy before.
Hey, I love
Shuddy. I love Groundhog Day. I'm going with that now forever. I love
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Join Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, and Austin Norman this Thursday, March 27th at the brand new Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane as we celebrate MLB opening day and the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. That's Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back. We are back. T.I. This is his first time golfing out there.
Nice.
In case you're just tuning in, T.I. is heading out to Bayside for golf package. T.I., you're going to love it out there, man. Bayside is amazing. All I'm going to say is this, man. Don't go looking. If you're not used to being out in that area, those areas, there are snakes out there. And if you're like me to get lost at times, don't go looking if you can't see it, because you will be greeted by a friendly creature that maybe not be so friendly. But, yeah, enjoy it, man. And I'll say this. On hole number 10, it looks very appeasing to just go for it.
Yeah.
You know what, you can. Layup is not bad, though. And I'm going to say this on 11. It is long as heck.
Yeah.
Remember, you go across that huge canyon.
I've never played it.
Oh, I thought you played it.
Nope, never played it.
Rafford, you know what hole I'm talking about, don't you? A hole 11 out there?
Yep. And hopefully there's been some rain out there when he plays it, because when it's dry out there on number 11, you might think you've hit the greatest shot ever, and it just rolls right off into the canyon.
Yep, right in the canyon. And then in your approach shot on 11 TI, it's a you go across the canyon, and then you make it's a dog ride, a dog leg right. And there's bunkers all the way down the fairway for the most part. So TI on 11, hitting short into the green is not bad. If you hit it past the hole where it's at, that hole has a tendency, that green has a tendency to roll, and everything rolls off the back. So come in short. Nothing wrong with going in short on that one as well. Oh, yeah. Nothing wrong with going short on that one.
So, guys, I played in that Woodland Hills scramble on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
It would, first of all, tough conditions. You felt like you could hit the ball 500 yards off the tee with the wind at your back, but the wind at your face, you maybe hit it. I mean, 200 maybe. Right. Partner number 9, right?
Oh yeah,
yeah. So the wind is at your face, or it was on Sunday.
Short par
4. Mm-hmm. My buddy's laid up in the fairway, and I was like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna go for it. I hit my driver, still hit it over the green, and I was like, this is a problem, because I actually made decent contact and I hit it over the green into the wind. So now I just think I'm big macho man. What do I do on the next? What do I do on the next hole? I top it to the left. So we say all this stuff about golf, and we're never going to be able to be consistent.
See, I'm able to talk great about golf. It's playing it that I have a problem with.
And I shouldn't say I topped it. I just pulled it to the left, hit some dudes on the 11th hole, and so it's just whatever happens. There was one just laying down on the tee box when we showed up. Anyway, go ahead, AD.
No, like I'm assuming that's my ball right there.
Yeah. Okay. There's a pinnacle next to you.
Well, here's a guy that doesn't go left to right too often, Raff. This segment is brought to you by Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services. Jack has been a well-respected representative since 1999. Going to protect your home, your vehicle, your family, and even your future. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100 or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services can help you.
The thing I'll say about Jack, though, is the way he copes with being the second best golfer in his house.
Yeah, because his wife, Mary, can hit the ball.
Is that right?
And just right down the middle.
Just consistent.
Just consistently down the middle. Doesn't deviate off the fairway very often at all. Meanwhile, when you're playing with, Jack and Raff and myself, you need a doggone golden retriever
that's nice.
to locate the balls.
Yeah. I think we spend more time looking for golf balls than we do actually playing.
True.
That is a true statement. Athletic Director Brian Mueller at Grand Canyon University down there in the beautiful AZ had some words to say in his presser. Nick, you got that presser, right?
I do. Just to kind of give context, in the women's basketball game, Molly Miller is her name. She left Grand Canyon for the short change of scenery to Tempe, Arizona, to be the new head women's basketball coach at Arizona State. Sure, Nick, why do we care? I understand. However, this response from the GCU, Grand Canyon University athletic director, kind of piqued my interest in how athletic directors truly think. And on one side, you have to think and operate this way. On the other side, you have to be a little bit more realistic. It's only a 30-second clip. Here's what he had to say on their head coach losing their head coach. They've already hired a new guy. He was an assistant at South Carolina. So they've already hired and went through the process. This was him during the introductory press conference for their new head coach, Coach Gandy from South Carolina yesterday, talking about Molly Miller, her departure to Arizona State.
She's interviewed for jobs after every single year, which is her prerogative. And so, no, we were not caught off guard by that at all. And we wish her well. I hope that she does well. But we wanted somebody who wanted to be here. And when you have somebody who's been at the level he's been at say, this is the job I wanted, you know that he sees and appreciates what the potential of this is.
So it's a short clip. First off, you saying that you wish her well and hope that she does well after basically knocking on her for interviewing for a new job every year, you don't really mean it. Okay, first off, that's not authentic. Second off, what do you expect a mid-major head coach to do? Do you expect a mid-major head coach to sit there and go, yeah, you know what? Look, in the current day and age of college athletics, it's pretty tough to win at this level. We can win against other and similar mid-major programs, but when we play the big dogs, it's a little tough to compete consistently. And that goes against me as a head coach or me as a leader of a program. So what do you expect her to do? Or what do you expect a men's basketball coach to do? You can use the Drake comparison right now perfectly. They've lost 3 head coaches the last couple of years. They just keep on reloading. They find the right fit. and they continue to churn out successful Power 5 head coaches, whether that's Darian DeVries, whether that is Ben McCollum, like it was just yesterday when it was announced that he's going to Iowa. That's just part of your role, unfortunately. That you like the athletic director right now is talking like Grand Canyon is a destination job. And from the scenery standpoint, the location, the geography, sure, it absolutely is. And maybe for your ability to recruit. But from a resources, from a competitive landscape, from what you have to compete with in that state, you are not the top dog. And so to come now publicly and basically dog a head coach that took you to the NCAA tournament and then say, we wanted somebody that wanted to be here. Well, no, duh. You went out and hired an assistant coach that's never been a head coach. That's the way that this works. That's the cycle. That's the wheel. You hire an assistant as they give them their first chance as a head coach. When they become too successful, somebody with far more amounts of money than you is going to come along and they're going to take them away. That's the way this works. That's why everybody wants to be that destination job because it provides stability. It provides security, which Grand Canyon and all other mid-majors, you do not have that.
Nick, here's a little something about, and first of all, Brian Mueller, he's the president at Grand Canyon, very successful. That's a little bit of his background. Between 2009 and 2023, he oversaw $1.8 billion in campus expansion through new classrooms, laboratories, facilities, student amenities. His vision for Christian education, from his own experience, he was a student, a teacher, a coach in Christian schools. Okay. Yeah, he loves, their chapel service, everything. But here's his background academic, as far as career-wise. He was a teacher and a coach at Concordia University. Do you think he's making more as a president at Grand Canyon University as a teacher and coach at Concordia? He earned a Bachelor in Arts of Education and a Master's in Arts of Education at Concordia. His very position is because he took a step up.
I'm gonna play it again, and I want to stop it after a specific moment here.
She's interviewed for jobs after every single year, which is her prerogative. And so, no, we were not caught off guard by that at all. And we wish her well. I hope that she does well. But we wanted somebody who wanted to be here.
Okay, right there. She spent 5 years with you.
5.
She was there for 5 seasons, Raff. Like that is investment into a mid-major. That tells me if she's taken job, offer or not offers, but interviews each of the previous 5 years, and whether she's turned them down or it hasn't been the right fit or people have said, we're going to pass up on you for another cycle. That tells me, you know what? She was pretty happy where she wanted to be. But now she's going to go to Arizona State. She's going to be top dog in the state of Arizona. In terms of recruiting, it becomes a heck of a lot easier.
Their campus is beautiful.
You join a now Power 5 conference, so you get additional resources in terms of money in that regard. NIL resources and investments going to be a little bit larger. It's just going to be easier for her to win. Yeah. And as a coach, why would as an athletic director you sit there and go, yeah, we want a coach that wants to be here? This it goes back to like my thought of coaches can be happy where they're at and still want to be better.
Yeah.
They can be happy with their current situation and still want to move up on the career ladder.
Yeah, well, that goes for not just coaches, it goes for athletic directors also.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking back to Buffalo, I think 8-9 years ago. Danny White is the athletic director at Buffalo, and he brings in Lance from a Division III school, and he brings in Nate Oates, Alabama's coach. He has both those guys at Buffalo. He hires both those guys. They start to have a little bit of success. Danny White makes his way to Central Florida. Central Florida has some success. When he was at Central Florida, you would have thought that Central Florida was the greatest school in the history of the world. Like, he would never leave Central Florida. National champions in football. This is the best place to be. Wait a second. Tennessee gives them a call. So it happens with athletic directors. It happens with the coaches. I don't think if you're an athletic director, I don't think you hold it against the coaches leaving. I think if you're an athletic director, you see that as an opportunity not only to hire somebody new, like AD said, to reload, or like Nick said, to reload, but also you see that as a step for you. Like, Like I look at Buffalo right now. They have Mark Allnut. He's their athletic director right now. He had the coach that went to Syracuse on the women's basketball team. Nate Oates was there. He left. And then Lance left. And then they brought in Maurice Lindquist, who ended up going to Alabama 2 years ago to be the defensive backs coach.
Mm-hmm.
And now he hired Pete Limbo, who's their new head coach. And they had a 9-win season. So if anything, I see Mark as a guy that probably eventually, he loves Buffalo. And I don't doubt that one bit. But if you think that Mark's going to be there for another 5 to 10 years, you're kidding me, because he's one of those young names and athletic directors that he's next up on that list to get, a major job. So it happens everywhere.
And how about we bring this full circle? You mentioned coaches and athletic directors. What about players now?
Yes, absolutely.
Let's go right back. Let's go right into the conversation that we have at nauseum, to where everything can be true. If I'm an athlete let's just use the Grand Canyon example, at Grand Canyon, and I'm a star at Grand Canyon, I'm going to have Power 5 opportunities knocking at my door. And just because I take one does not mean that I'm unhappy at Grand Canyon.
Right.
It means that I feel like that is a better opportunity to help me accomplish what I want to accomplish, whether that's NBA, whether that's at Major League Baseball, whether that's the NFL, or if it's purely money driven. Sure, it's probably not. That's not the fan favorite. It's not happy to be talked about, but that's what it is. It doesn't mean I'm unhappy at GCU, and I very well could be. You take that jump knowing, hey, it might not be sunshine and rainbows, and I might be unhappy at this next stop. But also, there's a little bit of risk reward management in this as well. And so, whether it's a coach, a player, or an athletic director in this case, like, to sit there and come across after a coach that just took you to unprecedented heights in your program history, was there for multiple seasons in this day and age of college athletics, where coaches are churned out through the wheel like none other. She was there for 5 years. You come out and say, we wanted somebody that wanted to be here. She's interviewed for jobs year after year. That's her prerogative. We wanted somebody that wanted to be here. And when you have somebody that's been at the level that this new guy has been at, Winston Gandy is his name, that Winston Gandy's been at, and he sees the potential. Yeah, he sees the potential for his next 3 years. But what about when he gets successful?
Insightful. You're spot on, Nick. Insightful dude. You're spot on as well. Wouldn't the AD make the same move if the opportunity presented itself?
100%.
You're dang right, and that's how he got the job.
And so this is where it's like, dude, it's a bad look. And you have to understand, as somebody that's in his specific position as the athletic director, your reputation is based on the hires that you make.
Absolutely.
Your reputation as an athletic director are based, sure, stadium expansions and coach, so on and so forth. Those things are important. But when we look back at the athletic directors at Nebraska, we say, all right, this guy hired who? Well, okay, Trev, we know, hired Scott. Trev hired, I'm going down the list of Bill Moose, hired Scott and Fred, and like so on and so forth.
Rule
was hired by Trev. So like we tie coaches, and whether or not athletic directors decide to then fire or extend or keep the same, the management of contracts, that is how we talk about AD's reputations most of the time. Well, if I'm a coach and I look at Grand Canyon and I go, all right, this is the way this dude's going to talk about somebody that just spent 5 years here.
Believe it.
That's a pretty long-standing relationship in college athletics right now.
You know what, Nick?
And he's still talking about her like this.
And Nick, you're spot on with that, because why not come on and say we're incredibly proud of Molly Miller's success? And you know what, folks, we have built a culture here. She's helped establish that.
Yeah.
Why not come be a part of something great that we got going on?
And now we're excited for Winston Gandy.
Absolutely.
We're excited for Winston to be able to carry on that excellence that Molly has built these last 5 years. Wish her nothing but the best. But for you to come out and be like, yeah, she's interviewed for jobs every single year, it's her prerogative, but we wish her the best.
What a backhanded compliment.
Okay.
You got a chance that rarely you wouldn't even have that. First of all, a coach departing, if they weren't successful, you would have never had the spotlight in the first place. There would have been no national press around you if Molly Miller hadn't taken them unprecedented volumes and just the heights and success. So why not use this moment for a moment to say, you know what? Sell the university. Look what she did here. We're going to provide you. We poured in $1.8 billion into this campus to make it more attractive to potential stars, potential players here. We are invested in you. We wish Molly the best. She did great things for us. You know, to think about it this way, it's not just in the mid-major conferences. It's in every conference. Success is leased. It's leased. And when you understand that each year that, you know what, we don't own this success, we're leasing it. And so while we have the light shining us from a national perspective, you know, you got March Madness going on, both men and women. What a great opportunity to spotlight your organization, Rav. Yep. I mean, totally just overwhelmed that lady. We're thankful for her. Not these comments like this mentioned. Yeah, every year she was looking, you know, that's her prerogative. No, because what you got a chance to do is to control the narrative. You have a chance to control the narrative and celebrate them publicly. You're saying, you know what? She left a great setup for the next great coach that's coming in here, and here's our next great coach. And that's it. Yeah. That's it. Because, Nick, to your point, if I'm a person thinking about Grand Camp, I'm thinking, he's going to do the same thing if I decide to leave up out of here.
Let me go look and talk to the other 500 mid-majors that are there.
Yeah.
Raff, go ahead, my man.
Oh, I was just going to say, I mean, those jobs, I mean, say what you want. I mean, they're stepping stone jobs. I mean, that every coach maybe there's a few percent that are there because that's maybe where they want to be at, where they want to retire. But most of those, you know, you have young coaches, you have coaches that are looking to move up in the industry. I mean, it's the way of the world. It's not just for coaching. I mean, that's for people that work at their jobs. I mean, very few people like to stick where they're at. They want to move up. They want to make more money. They want, you know, it's just the way of the world.
I'm trying to think of some guys or gals, some coaches that have intentionally went to a group of five or a mid-major and like wanted to stay or chosen to stay. Yeah. And I can't think of one. Like I'm thinking of like Chris Kleiman at North Dakota State. He moves up to Kansas State after all the success. Tell me he was pissed off at North Dakota State after winning championship after championship? Probably not. These coaches are so ultra competitive that of course they're going to want a new challenge. They're going to want a bigger challenge. They want to be told, we don't think you can do it, and then go out and show them that they can do it. So I'm trying to think of like, I go back to the Drake coaches. I think of Rick Pitino trying to reset his career at Iona before going to St. John's. Like these are all calculated moves to either jumpstart your career or to reset your career. But in the end, it's always to get to a national powerhouse.
Yep. I have one that kind of comes to my mind is Coach Solich when he went to Ohio.
Yeah.
However, there was buzz that if a potential Power 5 job came available, which I know that he had talked to some schools, if the right fit would have happened, he would have left Ohio too. But the way it worked out, he was able to stay at Ohio the whole time. But if something would have happened to what he wanted to work out, he would have left Ohio.
Yeah.
Trey Herbst, you're exactly right with Coach Solich and John and Cortland, Mickey at Grambling. You know, who knows how long he'll stay there? Don't know those things. Don't know with how we didn't know Coach Solich was going to stay as long as he did at Ohio. You know, as far as that goes, he had opportunities.
Well, even with Mickey, if Mickey's successful at Grambling, he's not going to be at Grambling for a long period of time. I mean, you got to look at the pay, the setup of your universities, the new NIL world. He'll be out of there if he's successful. I guarantee you.
You know, you look at what Molly Miller was making at Grand Canyon, a little over 250,000, 300,000, somewhere in that neighborhood. I haven't seen the details. Let's try to look at it. I haven't seen the details for a contract, Nick, unless you have that for Arizona State. I assure you, it is more than $250,000.
Yeah,
at Arizona State last year. You know, maybe more she was making at Grand Canyon. When you're an athletic director, like I said, I've been in that position. I've never understood it, but it's still corporate America. That's the thing about it. These companies, these organizations, these athletic departments are organizations. They are companies within a university campus setting. And you got to realize retention versus reality. You know, I mean, yes, we can keep them as long as we can. And the thing about it, the reality is you're not going to keep that coach very long. I mean, you think about Coastal Carolina, you guys in baseball, Nick and Raff, you guys are very astute in the baseball space. Coastal Carolina has reloaded not every year, but coaches have stayed, they went on, and Coastal Carolina has continued to be successful as far as that goes. That's because the athletic directors, plural, who have been there, understood that if your culture is not bigger than just one individual, you're in trouble anyway. So you establish culture, and I truly believe that Mueller had a great opportunity when all the lights were on him to showcase the beauty and the uniqueness of Grand Canyon rather than his disgruntlement with Molly Miller taking a job at a bigger school. So I think it's a case study that other ADs can look at and say, when someone's on their way out,
maybe I shouldn't do this.
Absolutely. You got a great opportunity, especially if you're a mid-major program like they are, to say, you know what? They're spotlighting us. Yeah. Let's make the best of this moment.
Well, when you're the AD, that's why you're getting paid, is to make those changes. Moose used to always talk about how he had the little note card in his desk with the 5 coaches, where I would go if this would happen, this would happen. I mean, that's where ADs make their money, is making those decisions.
Got to make the tough decisions and make sure and understand that you're on a very delicate line that you are stepping on. So make sure you do it the right way. Folks, that's a conversation we go on and on and on about. There'll be more of those that will be taking place this year. Obviously, there were also other coaches that were hired. UNLV just found a new head coach as well. So there's a lot going on this week in March Madness. We come back, we got some history, we got some football to discuss, and, of course, some March Madness. We'll be back, folks. It's The Drive.
Attention all Wings fans. Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Buffalo Wings and Rings today on 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Join Jay Foreman, Eric Strickland, and Austin Norman this Thursday, March 27th at the brand new Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane as we celebrate MLB opening day and the Sweet 16 in the NCAA tournament. That's Thursday from 3 to 6 p.m. at Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. Take control of your health with the DASH scan at Advanced Medical Imaging. The DASH scan is a full-body MRI designed for advanced health screening. This dynamic approach provides exceptionally sharp images across multiple organ systems, helping to detect potential concerns early. With minimal radiation and no invasive procedures, the DASH scan offers a safe, comprehensive look at your health. Plus, results are delivered faster than ever, giving both patients and physicians confidence in screening and diagnosis. Your health is too important to wait. Schedule your DASH scan today at Advanced Medical Imaging. Visit amimaging.com or call 402-484-6677 to learn more.
At Valentino's, we're on a mission for tradition. On every slice, for every bite. Golden baked crust, cooked to perfection every time. Savory sweet sauce that's made from our own secret recipe. Loaded with the perfect amount of fresh toppings and melty mozzarella cheese. It's the tradition that Nebraskans have come to love. From game day to every day. Valentino's. Taste the tradition.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships. One with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America. Touching lives, securing futures.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
If you're a veteran, our nation has created a wide range of benefits to thank you for your service, but it can be difficult to navigate the process of determining eligibility, filing claims, appealing decisions, and securing the benefits you've earned. Speak to your county veteran service officer or the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs State Service Office to see what's available to you and your family. These services are 100% free, so visit veterans.nebraska.gov today. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, we are back. We are back with some history. You know, Raff, man, when I was coming back from Cedar Falls, Cedar Rapids, Cedar something.
Cedar up.
You know, I don't know why, because you have a lot of time on your hand to think. I was thinking about, though, this is one of the greatest ever.
Are there words?
It's Prince.
Smart here.
That extended version of Purple Rain, Raff, I think I played it literally 6 times. Because, Nick, it's like and those who are old enough to remember, and Nick, you get it, because, I mean, like I said, you're an old soul, so you get it. That riff, not even a riff, just that Raff, that guitar just playing. He doesn't come into like 4 minutes into the song before he starts saying. He says, This was live. And Raff, I'm thinking, Prince they said, when they found in his music vault in his house, his place, they said that there's enough music in that vault, he could have dropped a new album for the next 100 years.
Yep.
Wow. He literally could have dropped an album for the next 100 years. That dude was so musically gifted and talented. And I was listening, I was thinking, like, dude, Raff, it does not seem like that Prince has been gone as long as he has. But I was listening, I was just like, that dude was just insane, man.
How long has it been?
Ooh.
I bet we're on 10 years now, if not longer.
Maybe not 10, but Let me see.
But here, I'm looking it up right
Yeah,
now.
look it up.
Michael Jackson's been gone for like 13.
Yeah, April 21st, 2016.
So you're right, Raff. He's coming up on it, man. Yeah, I was thinking like 8.
Yeah.
9 years that he's been gone now.
Michael Jackson was 09, right?
When Michael Jackson passed, Raff and Nick, I was in Tyler, Texas, in the airport. Literally, a little small airport. Will Washington, shout out to my former Husker teammate, Will Washington. I was in that little airport. I had spoken at a little small conference down that area, was flying out of Tyler, and it came across the TV screen monitor when I was in the airport. Singing legend Michael Jackson, the King of Pop, passed. I'm like, what? So yeah, I
remember I was 8. I remember that. I remember watching the funeral on TV.
8 years old.
From the Staples Center. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Insane, man. Insane. Raff, that was my little history bit. That's what I was thinking about,
8.
man. 8 years old.
I was 8. What was I doing when I was 8 years old?
Well, you figured that's been what, 14 years ago now?
Yeah.
The jumpsuit
a little bit more.
50. Well, you're what, 20?
I'm 24. Oh my goodness. 16 years ago.
Literally the jumpsuit I had on yesterday.
Yeah.
To wear to Spine Sport. I was looking at it. I almost shot you a picture of it. I was just sitting there waiting. I was laughing. It's an old Nike jumpsuit. It's like 19 years old.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is old. This is almost older
crazy.
than Swim. It's almost older than you, man.
The funniest is on Facebook memories, and a picture will come up from like 15 years ago, and I'm like, oh, I still wear that.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe that's a good thing. That's something to be proud of.
Oh, Raff, you think about, okay, so yesterday I'm in Shields. Okay, and I got this gift card for $100 to Shields, and I've been holding on to it since like November. It's hard to find anything for $100.
Hey, I know.
I bought a water bottle.
I got excited last week because I went to that same place and something was on sale for $42. I was like, sweet, I got a t-shirt.
I didn't feel like I didn't feel like walking around.
Yeah.
So I just grabbed the water bottle that I needed I didn't need, but I lost my other one that I use for the gym all the time.
Yeah. How'd you lose it when you haven't been able to go?
Dude, I don't know. That's what's about it. I don't know where it went. I don't know if one of my kids ganked it or what happened. Maybe I left it at the gym.
Yeah.
But it's a squeeze one, it's a Gatorade one. But anyway, long story short, I was like, I'll grab maybe a sweat, maybe some. I was like, AD, do you really need another sweatsuit?
Yeah. I was there with my buddies over the weekend, and we saw something on the sale rack, and we looked at the price tag, and it was on sale for $172. I was like, all right, cool. Here we go. We're gonna wait. Man. We're gonna wait another 3 years before this comes down to $107.
You know what I was going to get yesterday, though, and they ran out. This is why I literally went there for one thing. I was going to buy the Nebraska baseball gray jersey.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They had them there, but they only had a double XL. And I was like, double XL, I'll be swimming in that
nothing's
thing.
wrong with double XL, but, you'd be swimming in it.
Yeah, just like, I don't, want to swim on my back all the time.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Rafferty, what you got, my man?
It's hard to match that history for today, but I'll try.
Well, David Reed said Farrah Fawcett died the same day as Michael Jackson.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
She was an icon, Nick, for many years. Many years. What do you got, Rafferty?
All right. On this day in 1934, the Augusta National Invitational Tournament concluded, otherwise known as the Masters. For the first time, Horton Smith won by 1 stroke over Craig Wood. And we are 13 days away from the Masters.
Wow.
Well, bling, 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 bling. Welcome, friends.
that was somewhat like it.
That was the ghetto version.
Yeah, that was somewhat like it.
The bling, bling, bling.
Okay, so that's why I didn't know what it
Instead
was.
of saying welcome, friends, what up, dog?
Yeah.
What up, dog?
Hey, homie.
Where all my dogs at?
What's up, homie?
What up, homie? We up in here.
Yeah. I was like, and I know that this is gonna come across as controversial, but I don't mean this in any political way. There was back during COVID that every time we say these things, it makes me think of a podcast between Dr. Fauci and Marshawn Lynch. And Marshawn's like, all right, we good. And he's like, we on path. And Dr. Fauci goes, yep, we're on a path. And that's all I could think about every single time we say something like that is, first off, you got two of the most opposite guys ever.
Oh, yeah.
In Marshawn and Dr. Fauci. I could not care less about either one of them, honestly. And I didn't listen to it, but all I remember was seeing a clip was, yeah, sounds like we on path. And Fauci's like, yep, we're on a path. It's like this dude has no business
idea.
talking to Marshawn Lynch.
Two different vernaculars,
Yeah,
the whole nine.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Don't text anything political. We don't want to talk about that. I don't really care. I don't even know what side I'm on.
Old Dad 34 says, AD, we lose things all the time. We were 50. And you're not lying. Literally last week, I was looking for my glasses. I was wearing them.
Ah, that's embarrassing.
That was, you know, to me, I'm just going, it is what it is. I was literally looking for my glasses and I was wearing my glasses. So Old Dad 34, you're exactly right, my man. When you get old, you have issues like that. I'm thinking about getting some of those strings that I hook around my glasses.
Oh, please don't.
Yes, why not? Makes my life easier.
Okay. I guess at your age, it's all about ease.
It is, man. It's all about, you get rid of all that image and what looks cool and stuff when you get 50 years old. It's like, what is functional? What is best, right?
I'm gonna get Tracy one of those things that you put on your belt and then you like pull them out and it zips back in. So then I'm gonna hook up her sunglasses, her glasses, and her chapstick.
So a fanny sack?
Well, it's one of those belt things where you pull it up and then and then it zings back down. So it's always right on her side.
Oh, I got you. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when you get our age, you forget about all that, you know, what looks in, you know, what's hip. And
I'm even there. I don't really care.
Yeah, it's all about
Get me comfortable.
Functionality, baby.
Yeah.
Functionality.
I used to wear a fanny pack like nobody's business.
Raff, you did. And for many years.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do have one birthday for us, guys.
I got one after that.
Born March 25th, 1966.
What sport?
Baseball. He throws from the left side. He was born in Concord, Massachusetts.
Tom Glavine.
That is right.
Who?
Tom Glavine turns 59 years old today.
It's amazing. I was going to say that.
Tom Glavine. Is that right?
Never heard of Tom Glavine in my life.
Do you know what? Name one team. You've never heard of Tom Glavine?
Never in my life, man.
Oh, boy. All right.
Have you heard of Rodney King?
No.
See?
How can you put Tom Glavine and Rodney King? That is a first.
That's a first.
I'm just talking about historical significance. You know, Tom Glavine, what did Tom Glavine do for me?
Yeah. He led the Atlanta Braves to a lot of wins. So from 87 to 02, he played for the Atlanta Braves. Played for the Mets and then wrapped up his career in 08 with the Atlanta Braves again. I mean, multi all-star appearances, a couple of Cy Young Award winners. There's, let's see, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 top 3 Cy Young Award finishes. There's multiple Silver Slugger awards. Shout out to the Silver Slugger Award being given for pitchers. We're in this day and age of baseball now where pitchers don't hit. I think it's the stupidest thing ever. The designated hitter, make pitchers hit. Make pitchers hit.
David says Tom Glavine and Rodney King were not my bingo card.
Right? Yeah. Who would have thought?
First time in the history they've ever been compared.
Yeah.
Unknown texter 8002 says he had a great knuckleball.
That's right.
Tom Glavine.
That's right. He was one of those guys, did not throw hard, just locate. They can eat up innings. He and Maddox were kind of similar.
Maddox have definitely.
He and Maddox were similar in that.
Who would be your third on those staffs? Steve Avery? Or was there, I'm trying to think. Oh, the guy who went to become a reliever also. John Schmaltz.
Yes. Yeah. Schmaltzy was up there. Horrible broadcaster, but good pitcher. So oh, did I say that out loud?
Great horrible cook.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, no, it's fine.
Hey, Brad from Baldwin, before you get to yours, Raff, belated shout out to my son Caleb as it comes up here.
Yes, Caleb turned 21 on Sunday.
Happy birthday to Caleb, man.
Yep.
My monitor was taking a few minutes to come up. Raff, who's your birthday, my man? Big happy birthday to your son Caleb, Brad. And appreciate you listening in, my man.
They're about to enjoy a party bus this week. Caleb
Nice.
and that entire family.
You gonna join them, Nick?
I was asked
that's
to,
right, you're
but I
gonna be
will
gone.
not. I will
That's
be.
right.
I will be having other plans.
There you go. What are those? I remember, like Nick. Go ahead, Raff. Raff, what birthday you got, my man?
My birthday goes out to my Dino Brothers wife, Amber Toronto. She is celebrating her birthday today. So I wanted to wish Amber a very happy birthday. I even saw that they went to Benihana. They always go there for Nick's birthday. But they were unable to go for his birthday, but it looks like they went for her birthday. So they finally made it to Benihana. So happy birthday, Amber. Have a great day.
Happy birthday to you, Amber.
Nice.
Cubsker says, I was looking for my truck keys and wallet the other day. Both were in my pocket. I'm only 26 years old.
Welcome to the show.
Cubsker, it happens, man.
Yep.
Hey,
Yeah,
big shout out to my homeboy, Matt Kirkland, realtor here in town. Amazing realtor, even better friend, Matt. Enjoy your birthday. He was actually just in Scottsdale. I believe last week he was golfing with his son down there. Seen the pictures. So, Matt, happy birthday to you, brother. Love you, man. Appreciate you, dude. Enjoy your day. When we come back, folks, we got some Husker football to discuss. Got some newcomers on that offensive line. We'll discuss when we come back. It's a drive.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more. Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in March. Try a double chocolate muffin with a leprechaun latte made with dark chocolate, peppermint, and Irish cream. For lunch, try the salmon panini with provolone, sesame oil, and tomatoes on a ciabatta roll with bagel chips. Perfect for Lent. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Are you facing a legal problem and don't know where to turn? You need trial attorneys you can trust. Liberty Law Group's experienced trial attorneys will handle your case with professionalism and compassion. Whether you have been accused of a crime, injured in an accident, or threatened with a lawsuit, you can trust that Liberty Law will be there for you. Call for a free consultation and find out how Liberty Law can protect your rights and interests. That's 877-42-LIBERTY, 877-42-LIBERTY, or visit libertylawnebraska.com. Liberty Law Group, trial attorneys you can trust.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Patriot Plumbing at 402-464-7411 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-464-7411. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Love is in the air, and so are big savings. It's the Big I Do event at Sartor-Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions, April 4th through the 6th. For 3 days only, enjoy 20% off all engagement rings and wedding bands, plus exclusive bridal collections from our top designers. Whether you're saying yes or I do, shop now for the year's best prices and selection. April 4th through 6th, Sartor-Heyman Jewelers, South Point Pavilions.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be breezy. The afternoon high around 67. Tonight, partly cloudy skies and light winds, a low near 57. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and light winds. The afternoon high around 67. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Folks, there was a passing of a champion, the late George Foreman, that passed away over the weekend. So we talked about him, our thoughts, condolences to him. But there's another champ in the house. Man, you just look big. Tell them who you are, man. I know, but tell the fans.
Rich Lovett. Yep, University of Nebraska 149-pounder.
149.
National champ, baby.
National champion.
Mm-hmm.
Man, folks, huge congrats. We got Mr. Lovett in the house, DP also in the house. DP, Lovett. When did you guys get back from Philly?
So they see, we travel different. See, I had to fly like everybody else fly. But see, national champions and teams that are national number 2 in the country,
PJs,
they get that. They get that.
Is that
right? Oh, they get that. They get that. Listen, we can't have Mark Manning, Rich Lovett, Antrell Taylor, Brock Hart. We can't have them amongst the normals, amongst the commons. You savages.
He's like, you
get
commoners.
Yeah.
Go through TSA, you commoners. There'll be a car waiting for me, a sedan.
So here's the thing we want to share because, and there was a lot of traction. Oh, it's so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Authentic moments travel a whole lot more differently than the BS. And a part of why we show up as media people and then as mentors is that in those special moments where Rich Lovett has just become the king of the hill that he said he was and thought he was and hoped he was, he's walking back amongst the crew and he spots me. And we had an authentic moment that I broke character because Rich shouted out, and I said, "Okay, I got to come run. Like I can't let this dude stand with open arms and not get it." So it's appreciated. Walk us through. You were talking about it yesterday, and respect was the word that you used in the presser going into the championship. Go through the moment where you knew that your dream had been fulfilled and you were officially the the national champion.
Wow.
Yeah, I heard Coach Snyder, yelling out the time as it was ticking down, 20 seconds, 15, 10 seconds. And I was in an okay spot, I was upside down on top of my head. But I was like, there's no way I'm going to give up this takedown. There's no way I'm going to get taken down right here. And I heard Snyder yelling down the time, and 5 seconds, love it, hold on. And I was chilling, heard the whistle blow, and then that was when I was laying there. I was like, oh my gosh, we did it. It's done. Like,
what age were you when you started wrestling?
I started competing when I was 3.
3 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then here we are, 20, 21?
24.
21 years later, you are a national champion. And DP, you alluded to it, like it hits you. You're doing the countdown. I have to beg to differ with you. I don't know how comfortable I would feel upside down. But that's your world. You live in that world. The next morning that you woke up, how did you feel then? Had the gravity of the moment even hit? Has it hit you now as far as that goes?
Yeah. The next morning was I was feeling good, but I wasn't feeling great. It was we had a good night.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
He's 24, folks.
Yeah. Right.
But it was all smiles all day. We were walking out going onto the PJ. Troy Dannon hooked it up. We were walking pictures with all the trophies in front of it.
Oh man,
it's been awesome since.
Hey,
go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
have a quick question for you. Doesn't matter your political affiliation or anything like that, but what in the world is it like dapping it up with the president of the United States and taking a picture? I mean, that was crazy.
Yeah, it was sick. Elon was there too. Elon wasn't as excited to take a picture, but Trump was cool, and he gave me like the presidential seal medal thing. And so on the front side, it has like the eagle with the snake in its mouth, holding the olive branch and the arrows. Then on the back side, it has like the stars around it, and it has like a custom. Says Donald J. Trump, 45th and 47th, and it has some other stuff on it. It's got a lot going on there, but it's sick.
You make sure you put that in the safety deposit box somewhere, man, along with that medal or ring that you'll get. Is what that means to do that in front of, like Raff said, regardless of who the president is, or regardless of not even political. That's a life moment. That, I mean, we're sitting here now in 60, 70 years, 80 years, well after you're gone. Hopefully that's a very long time from now. Your family is going to have that in their keepsakes for generations to come, man. It's just mind blowing.
Forever.
Man. It's just mind blowing.
I said, you now have to change your signature, right? Because now officially you got to put that.
Champ
right, you got to put that on there. And so, just so folks know, normally Takedown Tuesdays is 4:00. We're not going to do it this week. Everybody needs a break. But next week, here's the challenge. And Ridge and I were just talking about it. I want to make him the official host of Takedown Tuesdays forward. So next Tuesday, you pick your people. You get to sit in the big chair. You get to run it.
Yeah, let's do it.
We're getting a lot of comments on the text line. You men wrestled y'all butts off last weekend, represented the great state of Nebraska to the fullest. Congrats on the championships and all the success. Congrats to the young men and the rest on the wrestling team. Let's talk about the team, because not only you and Antrell got the title, but you guys as a team, the best finish ever. Like, talk about the rest of the guys that showed up and showed out.
Yeah, the whole team, like, day one was pretty good, but day two was awesome. It was like it felt like we were unbeatable. Every single time one of those boys would go out there, because the way it's set up is like you go in, weigh in the morning, then you have 2 hours to refuel, get ready to go, wrestle for a few hours, then there's a big break. So once we're done wrestling, the guys that were on the front side, you go back to the hotel. You wrestle, you get out of there, and then they have another consi round after that.
Yeah.
So they want to get the other guys back to the hotel so we can lay down and chill out. And so we were watching a lot of it on the iPad. Me and Brock we're both sitting in my bed watching it, screaming, getting lit. We got it up on the TV, individual matches here, looking at brackets, trying to track everything. And that first session and second session of day two was me and Brock were in our rooms losing our minds, going nuts.
That's sick.
Rich, what was different about this year's team? If maybe you don't even, if you could say it in one or two, a word or two that that was just different? Because, like I said, Coach Manning, we know 24-storied career, very successful every year. He's always builds teams, great athletes like yourself, but you separated yourself, you and Trail both, but collectively as a team, the best finish in wrestling history at Nebraska. What was different about this year, in your opinion?
I would say confidence, but I feel like every single year we go in there with pretty good confidence. But I would probably say grit. Like Silas Allred, his first 2 matches, he was down. His first match, I think he was down 10-1.
10-1. Wow.
And then was winning 14-13 when he pinned the kid. Like just battling back through that. Then he was losing to Berge from SDSU in his next match. And then he battled back and then stuck him too.
He was down 10-1 in his first match.
10-1 in his first match. Came back, took the lead, and then pinned the kid. Then in the second match, he was losing that one, took the lead and pinned that kid too. It's just like, when you're in those like I was losing in my first match too. I was down. I don't even remember what the score was. 7-3.
7-3 second period.
Yeah. I was sitting there looking at the score. I'm like,
you're like, okay,
we got some work to do here.
Okay, kid. It's time. Whatever button you got to press. 8 All-Americans, not on the cusp of 9, and legitimately to say that everybody showed out, contributed. And this is a bonus point situation where you have to not only win, you don't get points for winning. You have to be dominant in winning to get points in that. 117 points and 8 All-Americans. That had to be some flight back, man.
Oh, it was special for sure. It was special.
So, Rich, what is your wrestling future include now? Are you finished now, or are you going to try making a run at the Olympics, or what does your future entail for you?
Yeah, I plan on doing international stuff, doing some freestyle, maybe a little bit of Greco, probably freestyle for the most part. But yeah, I'm going to continue training, try to win some world medals, Olympic medals,
and to coach.
And to coach.
And to coach. And radio host.
And radio host.
Sports radio talk host.
Man,
Ridge Lovett.
Come on.
Sports radio talk host, Ridge Lovett.
Before we get you out of here, talk about Coach Manning. What was his message to you when you finally got it?
Man, he just gave me a hug. He told me he loved me, and he told me that he knew from the moment that he came to my house in Post Falls that we were going to be doing this.
Do you remember like your first conversation with Coach?
I remember. I don't know if I remember the first conversation, but I remember running around my high school looking for him when he showed up. I got a text. I was in like 7th period history with my wrestling coach. My head wrestling coach was our teacher for that. I'm sitting there. I'm like, yo, weird. Like Manning says he's like here at the school. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, oh, hold on. And I'm texting him like, wait, what do you mean? Where are you at? And he was like, I'm down next to the big statue. I'm like, dude, he's like in the school, bro. He's like, shoot, we'll go find him. I just jumped up out of class, took off running down the hall, down the stairs, running, looking for Coach Manning, who's just down there just wandering around the school. I walk up, I'm like, Coach, what are you doing? He's like, well, my flight got in a little early, so I thought I would just come here instead of go to your house. I was like, well, shoot. Yeah, come over here. These are all of our team state titles.
I want you to get before again. We're going to go to break here, but I do want you to retell the story. I asked you a question yesterday, and it was based on conversations we've had. So I knew the answer before I asked the question. But why Nebraska? Like why Nebraska is so important because it tells the story of why this team is who they are, why the culture is what it is. You as a national champion and the greatest spokesperson that this university and program can have, tell the listeners why you chose Nebraska, why it was the choice then and why it was the right choice now.
Yeah, so I chose Nebraska. First of all, when you first get here, the facilities are absolutely outstanding. Like everywhere else I went, nothing even compares. And then you start getting into the coaches, and I feel that we have some of the best coaches in the world. Manning will run through a wall for me. Like anything that I have ever needed from him, he's been the first one to step up and on it. Coach Snyder, Travell, James Green, like these guys, like them, that's the Coach Manning supporting staff. Like, and they're amazing. The way that Travell can break down wrestling and the philosophies of it and just make it like easier to grasp. Jay Greasy, that's my boy, practice partners all the time, world medalist. Like I have world medalists sitting in my corner. And then Coach Snyder, like that's my dog. That's my dog. And so the coaching staff's amazing. And then my teammates, like everyone saw it on TV after I won. These kids didn't reach their ultimate goal, and to see how excited they were for me to accomplish mine, just it says so much about our team and the way that we carry ourselves and the way that we support each other. And if I was someone at home watching that and like putting into perspective that these kids just had their dreams ripped out of their hands, they wanted to be a national champion, that in 2025 that is not going to be possible for them. And they were that excited for me to accomplish my goal. It was like, how can you not want to come to Nebraska when you see stuff like that?
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Manny has developed, along with his coaching staff, as you mentioned, an amazing culture here. Real quick here, unknown texter 1154 says, can you talk how much wrestling is growing here in Nebraska and across the country?
Absolutely. So just on the boys side, not to mention the girls side, side, that's the fastest growing sport in America is women's wrestling. So that speaks for itself. But, just it's in Nebraska, it's becoming more elite. Like we got Kate Ziola coming out of Omaha. There's some other kids coming out of Omaha and Lincoln, going to different Division I schools here and there, and that's huge. Because when I came out of high school in Idaho, I think I was the only kid in there's three of us that went D1, I think. 3 kids that went D1. Well, there's 4 or 5 kids coming out of MWC. That's one club in Omaha, right? And so Nebraska is definitely starting to pick up, and the numbers, we can really see it when we do our camps here at UNL in the summer, having all those high school teams come out. It's insane. Last year, it was nuts how many kids were there last year. Because usually we have like enough guys that like we can each coach a team. We can kind of trade off with the reffing stuff. We couldn't coach any teams. We all had to ref.
Well, imagine what's going to be like this summer.
It's going to be nuts. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
EP, tell us when he's going to be on again and when the shows come back on.
So the wrestling program, they've earned time to heal, recover, rejoice, redirect. So whenever we'll have Takedown Tuesday next Tuesday. The question is whether Ridge Lovett is the host. If he's up for it, he'll be in the big chair.
Yeah,
He'll
I'm
pick
down.
the guests and let folks hang out Tuesday at 4:00 here on the ticket. Takedown Tuesday with the kid. With the kid.
Yes, sir.
Big congrats again to Ridge and Trell, Coach Manny, the entire Nebraska wrestling team. Best finish in school history. The lights are shining bright, and the more at the wrestling program.
Nick, what are you
Nebraska.
doing with your life? There are 2 national champions in the room. What are you doing with your life?
What? I know. I'm just sitting here. I feel so small. I'm wondering. I'm like, man, this dude could just absolutely destroy me right now.
Nick, just toss us out the window.
I'm just like, that's not a good day. That's 2 pains right there, and I could still be thrown through it.
Folks, you definitely want to tune in next Tuesday to Takedown Tuesday. Listen to Ridge and the guests that he'll have on to hear more of the backstory, if you would, the things you're not going to read about, the things you can hear from the person themselves that want it. Folks, we'll be right back. Want to give the wrestling team another big shout out. National champion, Ridge in the house, man. Appreciate you, brother. You bet.
When your home fills up with family, Allo Fiber makes sure that space is a happy place for everyone. Allo Fiber experts install it all, and full service means step-by-step support, guiding you through everything so you can stay connected to what matters, and the family can always feel at home. Put the game on, and don't worry about your Wi-Fi calling a timeout. Better TV and internet service is one connection away. Call Allo at 866-481-2556 or visit allofiber.com.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands, and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League Volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players, and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus. Garage doors and more.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
National champions.
Wasn't expecting that, were you, Bach?
I like it, though.
That sultry national championship voice. Man, it was a very, very pleasant surprise and a treat to have Ridgie in here, national champion. I appreciate Rich for coming to the DP and those guys for making that happen. I mean, just a phenomenal moment, Raff. Like you mentioned, you got the president in there. You got me and Bach were talking over the break. You got the world's richest man standing right there, dapping you up. You know, maybe one a little more willing than the other, as he mentioned, because it didn't seem like he was really into the take of the picture thing. But nevertheless, he was there, man. Folks, before we go any further, we got to let you know who we partner with to make all of this happen for this segment as well. Just for the, like I said, for our segment, for our show, and the partnerships that we have. And Raff, I'll let you do the Doors Plus first, and I'll hop on mine, my man.
All right. We are proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Also, if you need something with your car, and with David Renew and his team, what can they do for your ride?
Everything.
This segment is brought to you by our friends at Renew. Call or text Nate, Eric, or Dave at 402-833-3858, or visit Renew online at renewyourauto.com. From body shops, ceramic coatings, window tinting, spray in bed liners, paintless dent repair, rust proofing, and undercoating, and so much more. So give Nate, Eric, and Dave a call, a text at 402-833-3858. And again, you can learn more online at renewyourauto.com. See what Renew can do for you. Man, we're appreciative of our sponsorships, our teammates. We're appreciative of, like I said, Rich coming in and DP coming in and just the entire wrestling team. And through the text, we went back on another segment. We wish we could. The young man is definitely busy. Raff, he showed me the bandage he has in his ear from that, cauliflower, that wrestling ear. Man.
Yep.
Oh, man, those dudes go through some stuff, man. I thought a stinger was bad. Them guys got, cauliflowers on the ears, that they dealing with, man. So it's a whole different ball. Did you ever wrestle, Bach?
No, I never did.
No, I'm not wrestling, man. Raff, did you ever wrestle?
Just that time in junior high during wrestling class against Donald Bishop.
Hey, and Donald Bishop was a big boy. And Raff, that was little Raff time. So the Donald Bishop spin you pretty good?
I was probably like 130 and Donald was like 300. I mean, it was a butt kicking, and it wasn't just me versus Donald. It was me and two of my other friends versus Donald, and he still was handling us pretty good.
Donald was just handling everybody up there, right?
Oh yeah. He had a wrestling background too. So, I mean, he was just killing people. It was great. Leffler Junior High. Let's go.
Leffler Junior High. Bach, where did you go to junior high at, man?
I went to Lincoln Lutheran, actually.
Ah, you were one of the Warriors?
Warriors, yeah.
The Warriors. Scott Ernstmeyer country over there,
absolutely,
man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Now, Bach, how old are you again?
34.
Gosh, Raff, these dudes are young, man.
Was John Ziegler around your age?
I had a Ziegler in my class. Yeah, John Ziegler was his older brother, I think.
Yeah, yep. He was the all-time points leader there in, where did he go to school? Seward, but I think the record got beat this year, so he had to give it away.
Gotcha. Real quick for this last segment, folks, we got we'll talk basketball in a second, but Nebraska baseball takes on K-State tonight. That'll be on ESPN Plus. Nebraska needs this win bad, and they're going to a place where K-State has not lost at home yet this year. They are 6-0 at home. Overall record, they've only lost 6 games. I think 14-6 is the record, 15-6. So Nebraska, Raff, is going to have to go in and continue to find themselves and get this thing defined, because April, which starts obviously next week, is going to be a very difficult month for them as well. They take on Oregon State in this weekend series, 3-game series against Oregon State. Oregon State, I think, is 13 or 15th in the country right now. Are they higher than that?
I think they're like
they're 5. Yeah, they're 5. They're 5th in the country right now. So I seen that 5 pop. I'm like, no, I think they're higher than that. Number 5 in the country, Oregon State will be visiting. The weather looks pretty nice. I think Sunday potentially could be some weather. The rest of the days look okay. But Nebraska baseball, again, tonight takes on the K-State Wildcats in Manhattan. ESPN Plus, that'll be on. So hoping Nebraska get a win there. Bach, I was telling Raff and Nick, before Nick had to step out, take care of some business. I went to a sporting place here in town. I was going to get Nebraska, the gray jersey, the baseball jersey. I like it. Well, they only had XX. and those jokers are running for about $1.05.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, I'm good.
Never mind.
But I had a gift certificate, so I was going to use that,
Oh,
towards it. And so I may check out the other place right downtown here and see if they got one there. But it's like, is that a need or a want? But I like those jerseys. Just kind of rock them in the summertime at a barbecue or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then the young guy goes, hey, man, we got a lot of white ones. I'm like, there's a reason why you got a lot of white ones. That thing would be dirty before I got it to the truck.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't rock no white baseball jersey, man. That thing's getting dirty before I give it in the bag, man. But so that's what's going down.
Hey, AD, by chance, did you happen to see a bank truck pulling into Memorial Stadium this morning when you were driving into the studio?
I did not.
We got pro day today. I think there's going to be some money to be made down there.
Yes, there is. And that's where Nick is heading up actually right now down to the pro day to see that. And you know what? There was an interesting conversation about guys, not just here at Nebraska, but nationwide. And Bach, I want to get your input on this, Raff, as well. If you did well at the combine, Bach, I'm going to ask you first. Would you test at your pro day?
No. I think, whatever you didn't like out of the combine, whatever, small thing there, whatever, that's what you redo. That's generally what you redo. But if you like the numbers you got from the combine, there's no reason to say, hey, I got a little bit slower. The last test.
He's a fraud.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to go to the combine as a D lineman run a 4.6, 4.7, come home and run a 4.950. I was like, yeah, that's a fluke.
Ty sitting on his 40-yard dash time. I do not see Ty running the 40 today.
No. Raff, would you do it if you let's for the reverse of it. Let's say you didn't perform as well at pro day. Obviously, it's a no-brainer. You'd probably come back to your pro day and try to put in work. Am I correct on that?
Well, they used to always be like the Nebraska players used to always think they'd have a faster pro day. And this goes not just for Nebraska, but they run faster at their home place. So a lot of players would always be like, okay, I ran a 4.5 at the combine. I know I'm going to get it down to like 4.4, when I go back home. But I think where Ty's at, I think he sits where he's at. But then again, you had did you see the Florida wide receiver yesterday? Ran a 4.83. I mean, he sits
Miami.
Oh, Miami. I'm sorry.
Same state.
Yeah.
Same
state. We're close,
Yeah. And Raff, you think about a 4.8 as a receiver?
Yeah.
You think it's kind of like, and then you don't have really other times run it. That's it. Now he did do a good agility run.
Yeah.
Am I correct? It is agility, but when you hear 4.8 Bach and Raff, if you're a GM, your receivers coach, like, okay, what are we going to do with that?
Yeah, you gotta hope that's a fluke because that's draftable.
Hey, y'all, let me run this again out in the parking lot real quick.
Can I get a third chance?
Yeah, you run a 4.8 on pro day at your home place, and my heart goes like, we're giggling, obviously, just some banter, but my heart goes out for the young man in that he's trying to stay consistent. And that's obviously not to mean at the end for that young guy because he's got enough game tape to show what he can do as well. But as well as I do, the pros is a lot different than in college, man. They're looking at, okay, that's great, you did that, but that's kind of glaring. It's different. You got to, maybe your vert's not as high, your broad jump, but man, that 40 is kind of like the staple, if you would, particularly as a wide receiver when you're running routes. But, so hopefully he still gets a chance to kind of show his, get invited to a camp and show what he could do on the field. Because you always got a story like the Steve Largents and many of those guys who weren't blazing speed, but ran precise routes and were possession receivers. So hopefully that works out for the young man there.
The guy you also want to watch out for today is going to be Nash because I feel like Nash got snubbed from the NFL combine. I have a feeling he's going to put up comparable numbers to Ty.
I think he's going to have a chip on his shoulder, man.
Yep.
I think there might be a chip on Nash's shoulder to come in there. He's at home. He's probably going to bench press 1 billion, 225 a number of times. Raff, how many times did you do at the time when we were messing around about a year ago?
Oh, I think 23, I think.
And just now you figure, here's the dude that's that's almost, dang near 30 years our junior, 300 plus pounds. I mean, it's almost like him just zipping up his coat doing 225. You know what I'm saying? Just you guys tired yet? I'm good. So I hope good luck to Nash and all those guys. And Raff and Bach, as you know, there are times to where you have a lot of former Huskers that kind of that peripheral still looking for a home squad. And I don't know if they do that anymore, Raff and Bach. I'm not sure, but I know back in the day, you would have guys that would come back and that they were welcome back. They would come and test for the guys again. Maybe they were playing overseas. They were playing for, like I said, the other different NFL leagues that are out there. come back and test and show their wares as well. So it's going to be a busy day at Memorial Stadium, man.
Well, I know Noah Pola-Gates, who was on our show the other day, he played for New Mexico these last couple of years. He's back in town to be at that pro day. So,
so they do that still.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah. And so I don't know how many guys, but I know at least he'll be there. But I think it is fascinating. I mean, you mentioned Hutmacher. I even think the guys that were, taken to the combine, between Fedoni and Tommy Hill, and I mean, they've got their own kind of question mark. So we'll see. If you guys are a GM and you kind of just throw it out there, there's a question I just ask everybody, because I think, there's one thing to be a scout. Scouts could be wrong too. But if you watch, if you're a football fan, you watch for 4 years, you kind of get an idea or gist of what these guys are. If you had to pick, would you pick Tommy Hill, Isaiah Nair, or Fedoni? Or Hutmacher? You can throw him in there.
That's a great question.
Yeah.
It's a great question. And, you look at those numbers, they better perform well. I'll put it that way.
Yeah.
Especially at home. I think you have a lot of pressure off of you, if you would, from a performance standpoint, if you did well at the combine. It's kind of like when they come here, you may do a few things, give or take. But when you didn't get invited, this is your one shot to show them what you can truly do. You're at home. You know what I'm saying? It's exactly, Raff. It's go time when you come back to your own place, for sure, man. Folks, we will talk a lot of basketball tomorrow during the March Madness Hour. Man, we had a great surprise, of course, with Ridge and DP. Want to appreciate both of those guys for coming in. Again, next Tuesday, they will have their show at 4 p.m. With Rich Levitt, obviously hosting that, and give you some background stories. You definitely want to tune in for that. We'll be right back for the last segment, folks. It's The Drive. 93.7 Ticket.
Hog Wild's giant stuffed baked potatoes are anything but basic and really hit the spot when you're craving a little comfort food. Nothing is more satisfying than a Hog Wild baked potato loaded with butter, sour cream, cheddar cheese, bacon bits, and chives. Add your choice of a Hog Wild house smoked meat like pulled pork, chicken, or brisket for a little extra. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
But don't be late, we close at 8.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Bryant at 402-467-1111 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-467-1111. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, we strive to provide you with the right coverages for all your insurance needs by taking the time to meet with you and review what coverages best fit your needs. So whether you're in the market for home, auto, farm, business, life, or a combination of any of these coverages, we can help with making sure you, your family, or your business have the right coverage based on your individual needs. If you would like to review your insurance needs, please contact Ben Spurt with Farm Bureau Financial Services at 402-217-9945 or through email at ben.spurt@fbfs.com.
Hey volleyball fans, this is Laura Dijkema, National Player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit LOVB oma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Just about everyone from every part of the state wants to win one of the 8 gray 2025 Ford F-150 XLT trucks in Trucks and Bucks, your Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game. But remember, since Nebraskans of all ages and locations around the state just love this game, tickets will sell fast. So play today and experience the power of gray. Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Somebody gonna get paid today. Get paid. Best of luck to all those Nebraska guys that are going to be out there testing today. 40-yard dash, agility, vertical jump, 225. Catching, receiving, running, number of drills they will put them through. Scouts from all over the country. Appreciate you, brother. Join Jay Strick Austin this Thursday, March 27th at the brand new Liquid Asset Sports Bar and Grill at 27th and Jamie Lane. They'll be there from 3 to 6 p.m. For On the Block and Old School as they celebrate the MLB opening day and the NCAA Tournament Sweet 16. Enjoy their impressive menu with items like steak skewers, liquid gold smash burgers. Gosh, that sounds good, Buck. I was just telling you I was hungry too, man. Blue chip burger, the stakeholder sandwich, and much more. Lincoln's best selection of beers, cocktails, whiskey, and more. That's 3 to 6 p.m. this Thursday at Liquid Assets, 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln, just north of 27th and Yankee Hill. And again, that's going to be Thursday, March 27th, from 3 to 6 p.m. Definitely go check it out at the new spot, the new Liquid Assets Sports Bar and Grill. Great owners of that spot as well, good people. So looking forward to that for them as well. Absolutely. Got another one.
One final thing. The first copy.
Out. The Impact compilation of 9 volumes of Influence chapter by Derek Pearson, forward by the Chip Baker. Big congrats, my man. Bestseller. Amazon bestseller. Out and rocking.
Hey, man. Hey.
Big congrats, brother.
Hey. Let him talk about that.
We're amongst greatness, Nick. I mean, I said Bob Pocket. I said Nick.
That's right.
Big congrats to DP on the bestseller book, too. You can check that out on Amazon. Go visit his Twitter page. Also, the ticket, it'll have it on there as well. Big shout out to DP on that. And for bringing the guys in for wrestling as well. Raff, what do you got for the RGTZ, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Jim Sandman, Robert Tank Perry of the Lincoln Youth Football League. This past weekend, they joined up the LPS Community Learning Centers, and they had the first ever girls flag football camp. And it's just, I love seeing what Sandman and what Tank are doing for the city of Lincoln, promoting the game of football just for the youth. Just seeing it flourished the way it has. And I just wanted to give them Raff's good take for taking the initiative. You always hear people like, why isn't Lincoln football as good as Omaha football? And you're seeing these guys, taking that step up there to lift the level of football here in the city of Lincoln. So you guys are Raff's good take.
Tank. Good brother, man. He's doing some good. Been doing some great things for a long time. Hey, the attitude adjustment for today, folks, is this. All of us got an appointment. We got schedules. We got busy things we got going on. But here's the reality, folks. And I posted this today on my social media handles. We all got an appointment we are not going to miss. And that's when we take our last breath. Kind of a heavy thing to think about at 11 o'clock on a Tuesday. But I want you to think about it. Make those things you should do, make a must. And I don't know what those must things you should be doing, but make a must, because we waste, at least I do at times, the most precious resource we have, and that is time. Make your shoulds into musts. It's your attitude. It's your choice. Raff, take us home, man.
All right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other and go Big Red. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Just about everyone from every part of the state wants to win one of the 8 gray 2025 Ford F-150 XLT trucks in Trucks and Bucks, your Nebraska Lottery's most popular scratch game. But remember, since Nebraskans of all ages and locations around the state just love this game, tickets will sell fast. So play today and experience the power of gray. Trucks and Bucks top prize odds are 1 in 336,000. Ford F-150 is a registered trademark owned and licensed by Ford Motor Company.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select